Okay, boys and girls, next up we will learn about adding and updating properties of objects. So let me take first of all everything that we typed into our app and cut it out and paste it into our object layer. Okay, let's go back to our app. Actually, I'm going to switch up things a bit. So I'm going to put this here and this one here. And I'm also going to change the console. So the way you do that, you go to these dots and select this one. If you want to do this, okay. If not, you can stay with your current preferences. Let me also close up everything that we have here and close this one up. Okay, let's type in here comment, adding and updating properties of objects. So I'm just going to create a empty object now. And I don't know if I told you this, but I always prefer to use const when I create an object, just because the way const and let work. As I said, const cannot be changed. So let's create an object and let's call it family. As I said, this will be an empty object. Okay, let's close this up. And now if I console log family, what do you think will happen? Will it give me an error? No, it will give me the object. So as you can see, the object is created, but it's empty. So let's add to an object. So adding to objects. And there are two ways to add to an object. First way is by using square brackets. And the second way will be using the dot notation. Actually, let me just type in here dot. So let's see. Now we'll select the family object and I will add to it by using the square brackets. And let's say I will add mama. Now we just added the key. Let's also add the value. So let me actually show you this. Although I'm down here, I'm console logging family up here. Let's take a look in our object. And let me hit save again. So I added the key, but it has no value, so it's not computing yet. So let's also add a value of a string Laura. Let's say mama has the name of Laura. And there it is. Now the object has a key value pair of mama with the value Laura. As I said, the second way we can add to an object is by typing in the object and then dot, and let's type in now father. And now I assign it the value of, let's say, Norbert. Yay, I'm a papa. Now let's take a look in our object. As you can see, father with the key father with the value Norbert was added to the object. Now how about we want to change the value of mama to something else? Let's say we get divorced. So let's update our wife. So updating a property of a object. And it's actually the same way that we add something to an object. We can use the square brackets. Let me copy this too. So we can use the square brackets. And let's say this would be Arabella. Now if we take a look in our object, mama, the value of mama was updated to Arabella. And we can do the same thing to our father by using the dot notation. And let's say this will be David. Let's say mama got rid of Norbert and now it's David in the picture. And we have a new family. Now the father is David and the mama is Arabella. We could also add something to this. So if you want to add something to a value of a specific key, we now take, so let's say adding to the value. Let me scroll up here. Let's say we take our object again, family, and now we need to type into what we want to add. So let's say we add to mama, and we can add by using the plus equal sign And now we'll type in a string. So I'm going to leave here a space and then type in a family name, let's say Manhart. Now let's take a look in our object. And now mama has also the name of Arabella, but added a Manhart to it. Let's also add something to the father by using the dot notation. So dot father plus equals Manhart. And if we take a look in our object, David has also now the name of Manhart. Now let's add another key value pair to our object. And this time we're going to use a number. So let's say family, and I'm going to use now square brackets again, members, and we have until now 2 members. Okay, now let's take a look at our object. The key value pair of members with the value 2 was added. Now if you want to add something to this, we can also use family, and I'm going to use the dot notation now. So I'm just mixing it up. And let's say I want to add +1 to this, I could just use the plus sign. And if I close this up, there we go. Now we had 2 members, and if I take a look now, here we have 3. I could also do this equals and 3. Now let's take a look in here. We have now 6. So to the 3, another 3 was added. And let me change this to 1 so you can see now we should have 4. Okay, so both this works. This just adds 1, just like in a loop, and you will see this later on in the course. Now let's see how we can add another object to our object, because we saw it in our last video that objects can contain arrays, can contain objects. So let's add an object to our object. So let's type in your comment, adding a object to a existing object. So let's take our family object, and now I'm going to use square brackets, and let's add info. And now we will define a new object, so curly braces again. Let's add the key value pair of age with the value of 15, comma, sex, male, value male, not mealy. Okay, now let's take a look at our object. As you can see, info was added, and let's check it, and it is a object. Now let's get things a bit more complicated. Let's add a value to the object in the object. So let's type in here, adding values or properties, prop to existing, now to nested objects in a object. Now we're going to take the object of family and out of square brackets or dot notation. I'm going to use now dot notation, and we want to add to the object of info. And now I'm going to use square brackets. I'm going to add a child, or actually children. And I'm going to use a numeric value of 1. So let's take a look at our object now. And info children was added to the nested object. And if I want to update this or add something to it, not update, but really add something to it. So let's say family.info, and I'm going to use the dot notation again. So just so you can see that they both work. The children I'm going to add, and the way we add is plus equal, and I'm going to add another child. So the number 1, and we got now 2 children. So if I would replace this with 12, which you shouldn't really do, got 13 children. Whee! Kindergarten. Okay, so I'm going to change it back to just 1 and leave it as it is. Next up, let's add an array to our object. So adding and nesting a array to an existing object. So let's take our object again of family, use the dot notation. Let's add address. And how does an array look? As you can remember, array is defined by square brackets, and arrays can hold strings, either one or multiple strings. So let's add the city, and we also have a street, so some street, and let's also add a number of 25. So now let's say we want to add something to our array. Let me refresh this. Now, how do we add something to our array? Let's say we want to add a postal code. So let's take our object of family, and we want to add to the array of address. And how do we add something to array? Well, we can use the push method. So dot push. Remember, this is an array. This is no longer an object. We are now adding to an array. When we add it to the object, we use just the dot notation, but in this case, we need to use the push method. And now, within parentheses, let's add a postal code, something like this. Okay, now let's take a look in our object, and now in our array, we had city, some street, 25. Actually, let me comment this out. Actually, I didn't show you the array. So there's our array address with the city, some street, and the number 25. Okay, now if I comment this back in, and we take a look in our array again, the postal code was added. Now this should actually be, the postal code should actually be in the first position. So let us get rid of the postal code. How do we do that? We use the object and the array of address, and now we use the pop method in order to remove something from the end of the array and close it up. And now let's take a look in our array, and it's gone. Okay, so now let's add something to the start of the array. So let's use family again, dot address, and now we'll use the unshift method. Now let's add the same thing, and actually let me add something new, this. Let's take a look in our array, and there we have it. It's at the start. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.